All right, so this is JJ from E1, right here doing a quick little video on how to do a skill video. Been asked several times to get one done, so I'm taking the time today to get it done. Got a couple some prospects that are willing to help me out, and we're going to be updating her video. So what I do is I get a tripod, just get it from Walmart, Best Buy, wherever, you know, kind of something not too expensive. Get a nice camera, high definition obviously. Once we got everything set up, I'm about 4 feet away, have the prospect getting ready to do her intro into the camera, presentation for the coach. I like to use a backdrop, that way you don't get all the other stuff in the back, you know, what might be behind the prospect. But once we get everything in line, we've already rehearsed with the prospect on what he or she's going to say in the intro, and then they begin what they do, their intro. So go ahead and begin.
Hi Coach, my name is Eileen Campa. I'm a student athlete at Gila Ridge High School, class of 2017. My positions are first base and outfield. I would like to continue my education while playing softball at the next level. Thank you for watching my video.
And there you go. So that's the intro. That's one of the most important parts of a nice quality skill video, and then we'll get into the other parts, but that's the intro part. So once we knocked out the player intro, I like to get into the hitting. One of the first things that we like to do, unless he or she's a pitcher, we want to get them at their strongest of the day. So if they're not a pitcher or a pitcher, catcher, you know, it depends on, you know, the player's talent level and strength. I like to get into hitting. So again, I set up the tripod. Tripod's about I would say about 8 feet back, 9 feet, 10 feet. I like to put a little net in the back, so when you're when you're tossing them for hitting, they're not going everywhere behind you. So I like to use a big mouth prime net or bow net, whatever you have. That way it catches all the balls. The position of the camera is almost parallel, so you won't know that there is a camera next to it and a net. So it actually looks really good. So the scene of this camera would be kind of positioned here, where you have the hitter already in the ready to go, and you'll have a front tosser that's there pitching the ball. So that's one of the camera angles that I like to use, and that's pretty much mandatory. It gives you a nice kind of a good vision of what you can visualize what this player is hitting and how hard they're hitting. The next angle of the camera, I like to put it parallel to home plate, and this is about 8 feet. You know, almost similar in length and how far back from the hitter. Gives the coaches a side angle of the player swing. Go ahead and take a swing. Gives you a nice, you know, kind of visual. You know, give you a visual of her swing and her mechanics. So I like to position the second camera in this angle right here, so it gives you a good, like, you know, good little, you get a side angle and you get a back angle. Okay, so once, like I said, we got the camera now in place, we got the batter, hitter ready to go, we got the personnel now to do some front toss. So let's go ahead and give her a couple balls real quick. It's all right. Gives the coach a nice view, nice mechanics. Okay, that's one angle. All right, and here's the second angle. Go ahead and give her some pitches. Kind of like gives the coach different angle as well. All right, so. All right, so we're here. We're working on the how to do the skill video. So we showed you already the intro. We showed you already the hitting, the different angles, the 2 different angles. What we're going to work with now is we're going to work on the infield. So we'll do a special how to do a skill video for pitching and how to do a skill video for a catcher. But today is for infielders, and we'll have to do one for the outfielders. But today we're talking about infielders. So what I like to do is when we get to the infield segment of it, I like to have 3 balls thrown in, hit one at a time to the prospect. So the first one will go right to the prospect, and the prospect player will be throwing it home or throwing it to first base. And for this portion of it, she's going to be firing the ball home. So let's go ahead and give her one ball straight to her. So after we get that shot, we get it to where we need it to be, where it's nice, mechanics and everything's there. So then what we do, we look for that backhand. So we'll have her back away a little bit from third base, give her some room, so she could do a nice backhand. So we'll try the backhand right here. So we're gonna go, the ball's gonna be thrown to her throwing side. Oh. Okay, we're having fun out here. It's all how do, you know. Obviously we would do several takes, so we'll do one more take, a nice backhand. Let's go for that. Yeah, so we'll try it one more time. We'll get it right, you know, backhand. All right, and so let's just say we're doing the video. You're doing the video with your daughter, with your son. We know that's not acceptable. We don't want to show them the video, so we're going to do it one more time. That's not a problem. Oh, that was a nasty bounce. One more time. We're looking for that backhand. Hold on. Remember, get your prospect player away from the baseline, so it gives her or him more room to work with to do that backhand, and then you can switch the angles what you need it to be at. So let's go for that backhand once again. Okay, and I say you're going to be the editor. You're going to be the one that determines if it's good enough or not. You know, it's up to you. So once we got one to her, we got the backhand we're looking for. Now we're going to ask her to go, or ask him or her go to the baseline, go down a little bit. Now we're going to throw the ball to her glove side. So it's going to show the coaches different angles. Go ahead. And the purpose of this is to show, you know, the player they can move, can not just be stationary. Okay, now if you're lucky enough to get a dive out of it, great, but I wouldn't sit here and hit 100 balls to get that dive. I wouldn't do that. It's not worth getting hurt, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go one to her. After we get the one that we want, now we're gonna back her off the baseline. There you go. Now we're gonna go, the last one, we're gonna go to her glove side. All right, perfect. Now, after we get the ones that we wanted, so now I like to start off, like I said, the infield session with that. Now with this one, we're gonna go with the full throw to first base. So let's go ahead and just, same thing, one to her, getting that out. And what I like to do is show you a different angle on that. So once I get what I wanted at this angle, I'm gonna show you the next angle. So once we get that angle, and I told you we're gonna give you a different angle, I like to show the coaches another angle. So it'd be like flank to the player side, prospect side. So let's go ahead and show them that angle. Bam. So once we get, like I said, give them 2-3 angles to take a look at what kind of skills and what kind of potential does this prospect have. Once we secure that, once we get that, then we go to the next thing. So first baseman, we know we're gonna get the one. Next, we're gonna turn 2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move over. Go ahead and come over, cover second base. We're gonna utilize the same format. One to her, one backside, and one to her glove side. And we're gonna go for 2 now. So just working the camera, working the angles. Go ahead and do it. Bam, okay? So again, different angles. That way the coach can see the prospect at work, seeing what kind of skills he or she may have, okay? Okay, so we talked about angles. So once like for this skill video, it's gonna be the third baseman. We've already worked the angles going to first base. Now we're turning 2. So instead of just giving the coach one angle or 2, I like to get it out to where they can see as a second baseman receiving the ball. So we're looking for that good feed. So again, we're gonna go one to her. We're gonna get the feed that we want, and then we're gonna back her off the line a little bit so we can look for that backhand. So we can let the coach know that she has skills with the glove. We're gonna get her closer to the line now, and we're gonna get her to the glove side now, so we can show her moving towards the bag. Bam, see that? So like I said, so if I'm a coach reviewing this on YouTube, I'm kind of seeing different angles. I'm liking what this presenter is giving to me. So I might be interested in to pursue this prospect, You know, and so when you do your skill video, when you're doing it, always remember angles, the importance of angles. And obviously you're going to do some retakes, and that's fine too, but don't try to stage nothing too much, because the coaches are going to be able to see that right through that. So don't stage it, just let the prospects do what they do. You know, you might have to give them a couple takes, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't push them. Let them relax into it. You want to get the best footage you can that day, so you can put it all together, a nice edit, and give them like a 3 to 5 minute video. You don't want to overdo it, but you want to give them just enough to where, you know what, they can see the potential and to see that they are interested in this prospect. All right, this is JJ with E1. We just did a little tutorial of how to do a skill video working with the infielders, and I was blessed to got to work today with Eileen and Rebecca Jimenez, and I appreciate that you guys taking the time to assist me in making this little how-to video. But now that I have you here, Becca, and we'll start with with Becca first. Let a coach know how they can get a hold of you, how they can search you, and how they can find you on the internet, so you can show your skills, so they can review your skills.
Okay, you can search me on YouTube, Rebecca Jimenez, class of 2016, third base and outfield. Just that.
Awesome. Eileen, how can the coach find you?
You can just type in my name in YouTube, Eileen Campa 2017, and then it'll pop up.
All right, good. Well, ladies, I appreciate you guys taking the time to be out here and allowing E1 to work on your skill videos and assist you with the recruiting process, and we wish you the best of luck, ladies.
Thank you.